All right, hello. I hope you're doing well and you're staying healthy and staying caught up on your work. And now, last class, you completed stage 4 of our summative assessment, and it seemed like most of you were on the right track. Now I'm asking you to move on to stage 5. Now, stage 5, the purpose of this screencast is just to make sure that you understand exactly what's expected. So I'm just going to explain it to you this way. So this is what you should open when you have screen 5, right? You have a document that looks like this, and I'm just going to enlarge it. So remember that I'm looking at each stage as you go as evidence for your understanding of this standard as well as your ability to engage in engineering design. So, with that being said, you have these first 3 questions, right, at the top of the document. I highly recommend that you spend time and write thoughtful responses to those questions. You can do so in your group that you already assigned, but definitely you want to take what you've learned so far and you want to apply that understanding here. Now, also last class, I shared with you a slide where we discussed this. And if you don't remember exactly what was on that slide, that's okay, because the information for the first 3 questions can also be found in that introductory memo that you received. All right? So once you get that, you have an individual code design. So individual, I want you to do this part alone. This is part of you kind of generating your own ideas, your own thoughts, because the more that you do this, the more you're going to understand it. And then when you reconvene with your group and collaborate on a group strategy, you're going to have a bunch of different ideas to pull from. So really, do this part alone and have it done prior to setting up a meeting with your group to go over the solutions and decide what the best strategy is for your own DNA nanobot, okay? And all you have to do here is you have to say, okay, I can only use binary code. I can only use X's and O's to represent cytosine and guanine, right? So how am I going to code for each of these amino acids as well as a stop codon, right? Am I going to use 3? Am I going to use 4? Am I going to use 5 characters like XXXXX, XXXXO, so on and so forth? But you should design this keeping in mind how the natural genetic code kind of operates and functions and works to minimize any errors that could be caused due to mutations. All right? So again, you do this part individually, and these boxes right here is just where you put the possible codons. Again, it's a sequence of X's and O's that are going to code for each of those amino acids in the stop codon, right? Here, using table 2 in the genetic code table or codon wheel, you want to consider the constraints and how your model fits within those constraints. Again, if you revisited that introductory memo, those constraints should be fresh in your mind, and you should have listed them right up here in number 2 as well, right? There's the bell, but no one's here to listen. Okay, again, once you have completed this individually, then what I would like you to do is somehow contact your group members, decide, maybe share on all your different strategies, and decide what is the best strategy going forward. And you put your group codes right here for your individual code design, for your artificial or synthetic code, we're going to call it, right? And then at the end, with your group members, you should answer each of these 3 questions. Remember, this is a summative assessment. You want to do the best you possibly can to show me, you know what, I've got this, no problem, I really understand this. So once you have this done, the next stage is going to be to take your own synthetic, again, artificial code, and you're going to subject your code to a bunch of mutations, just like we did with the natural DNA sequence during our last stage. And you're going to see how robust your own code is. Can it withstand a lot of mutations? Can it not? And that's where we're at, okay? If you have questions, I'll try to be available either on Google Classroom or email. Try to discuss them with yourself first. And if this goes on, if this quarantine goes on for much longer, maybe we can set up some kind of office hours where we can meet on Zoom. Again, in the warm-up that I sent you, you should install Zoom. as soon as possible, and then we could have kind of a live video conference that way. Okay? I hope this helps to clarify the task and that you'll be off to a strong start. Take care, and hopefully I'll see you soon.